I am here, Prof.M.Shafiq from Emerson College, Multan, Pakistan. So today I'm going to discuss the techniques for comprehension. So first of all, I will categorize it into three topics: what, why, how. So now we come to the first one, what. What is comprehension? Comprehension means understanding. A passage is given to you and you are going to understand it. Next, why. So why this question is being asked? So in fact, the purpose behind asking this, giving this question has three major points. Number one, your mastery over English is checked. Number two, your ability to understand the given passage is checked. Number three is that your ability to find the answer of the questions given below. Now we come to how you should attempt that question. Number one is read the paragraph twice or thrice. First of all, you should read the passage given for comprehension 2 times or 3 times. Number two, imagine what the questions will be. Before reading the questions given below, you should imagine, in your imagination, there should be something that these are the major points and these major points can be asked in comprehension. So you can imagine about these answers. Next one is read the questions given below one by one. First of all, read the very first question, then second, then 2, then 3, then 4 or 5. Next point, number 4th point is that your answer should be to the point. Your answer should be neither more nor less. Suppose the question is, where does his grandma live? Your answer should be from the passage that his grandma lives in the cantonment. And you should not give further information that there is also a parrot in her grandma's house, because no question is asked about the parrot there. Number 5th point is tense of the answer, that what should be the tense of your answer. Your answer should be according to the tense of the question. If the question is in the past tense, your answer should also be in the past tense. If in the present tense, your answer should also be in the present tense. If in the future indefinite future tense, your answer should also be in the future indefinite tense. 6th point is that you should write your answers in 3rd person. Suppose in the passage it is written that I went there, the author is using I, the first person, but in your answer you should not write I, but you should write the author, the writer, he or she. 7th point is that your answer should be in indirect narration. There should be no question mark, no inverted commas should be given there, and your answer should be in indirect narration. Next point is, 8th point is that avoid plagiarism, that your answer should not be stolen from the original passage. What the students often do is that they read the question and they search for the answer from the passage and they just write the answers as it is given in the passage. Your work is not this one, but you should reproduce the answer given in the passage. So stolen answer should not be given any credit. 9th point is that you should use, sometimes it is the requirement of the question that your answer should have several points. If there are separate points, you can write that following are suppose the answer is, what are the major causes of delay or of illness according to the author. The following are the major causes of illness or delay according to the author. Then 1, 2, 3, you can use bullet form, or you can use 1, 2, 3 in the answer. Next question, next thing is, 10th thing is to opine or not to opine, whether to give your own opinion or not to give your own opinion in the answer. There is no need to give your opinion because this thing is not being asked. Suppose the writer favors co-education in the passage, so you are also be the supporter of the writer. You should not disagree with the writer. And if the writer is against co-education, you should also be against co-education. But when your own opinion is being asked, then you are supposed to give your own opinion. Otherwise, there is no need to give your opinion. Next thing is that, so there may be various types of, now we come to the 11th point is that we come to the question. There are various types of question. Majorly there may be the 2 types. First one starting with some helping verb, and the second one starting with the WH family word. if the question starts with some helping verb, suppose, does the writer like his cousin? If the answer from the passage is yes, your answer should be yes, the writer likes his cousin. If the answer is no, you should write that no, the author does not like his cousin. But if there is WH question family, then you should write the answer from the original passage, and first half should be taken from the question, the second half from the comprehension, that why did she go to her aunt's home? She went to her aunt's home because she needed something there. So your answer should be this one. Next one is that in comprehension, so the length of what should be the length of your answer? The length of your answer should be according to the question. If some main things are being asked, you should write all these things there, but your answer should be to the point. In one sentence you can give the answer, in the next sentence you can just explain the answer. Other thing is that 13th point is that you should that sometimes there are questions where the meanings of some difficult words are being asked. Suppose obstacles used in the passage, and then the meaning of the obstacle is asked. You can write hurdles. So that is also the form of asking the question. From 14th point is that from where to practice. You should practice from the previous papers. They can also help you a lot. And the second one is that extend your reading. You should read Russell, Huxley, Mill, Chomsky, Arundhati Roy, or the other major literary authors or essayists. So the more you read in English, the more you comprehend the things. Now we come to we summarize it by describing the phases of comprehension. The first phase is, we come to the first phase. In the first phase, read the questions and passage carefully. Second phase, read the possible answers from the paragraph or the passage. Third phase is that you should reproduce the answer from the passage in your own wording. So before completing this lecture, I come to the difference between précis and comprehension. In précis, we find that just main points are given, and you should write just the summary or the mini version of the passage. But in comprehension, the task is easy for you, but comprehension is also easier than précis. Why? Because your focus is on the questions. Questions are being asked about the major points. In précis, you write the major main areas, main things in one passage, but in comprehension, the questions about major points are being asked. So comprehension is easier than précis. Thanks a lot.